Good morning, everybody. I pray that you are well and are safe. I just wanted to come on here and encourage you this morning. I wanted to do, I guess, a kind of addendum to my post yesterday. God was still dealing with me even after that post. And what I had posted was about two rocks that I had found while I was trying to till my ground. I'm trying to get ready for a patio. I still think, even within this process, God is dealing with me about some things that I need to even do for myself. And I wanted to be able to share that with you, hoping that it would help also bring some encouragement to you during this process and during this season. Well, I wanted to show you, these were the two rocks that I had digged up on yesterday. And then when I went back to the rock to kind of patch it up, I noticed there were still some rocks. There were some smaller rocks, but then there were two additional huge rocks that I had to pick up. So there were a total of four huge rocks within that same hole, which caused the hole even be bigger, right? And one of the things that God was revealing to me is, as I was trying to till the ground yesterday, those rocks were blockage for me. So I had to take a shovel, I had to dig around it in order to get those rocks out. And digging those four rocks up, I was done for the rest of the day. It took so much out of me. And that's what happens when we go through trauma, when we experience pain, when we experience hurt. And then those things become roadblocks, or they become blockage to us. God revealed to me as I was going to patch up the hole, and I'll share, because I needed to make the ground level again, of course, from where I had dug up those rocks. So what we sometimes have tendencies to do is that in the midst of our pain, in the midst of our trauma, in the midst of our hurt, our disappointments, if we don't complete the process that God is trying to do within us, because we become impatient, we no longer want to wait, because sometimes the process could take years, right? But if we don't allow God to complete the process, what happens is then we try to fill those holes with things that are not of God, or the wrong things, the wrong person, the wrong desires. And then the next thing you know, we are out here on this limb, and it causes the hole to become bigger. Another thing is that, as I was tilling the ground and those things became roadblocks, sometimes this hurt, this trauma, this pain, these experiences become roadblocks. They become blockages within our very life. And so it causes our life to sometimes be delayed. So every experience is not a delay from the enemy. It's not a delay from God. Sometimes we delay the process because we won't do the necessary things in order to become completely healed, or do the things that God has already instructed us to do. And so just think about when we remove these rocks, these barriers, these roadblocks in our life, how much more our life will blossom, and how much more our life will grow because of this. So I want to encourage you during this season, when God starts revealing to you those places that you still need to be healed from those past traumas from childhood, whether it's through divorce, whether it's through a bad relationship. And it doesn't have to be, it could be a friendship, or it could be someone that you cared about who may have not cared about you the same way, or somebody you trusted and thought they had your back and they hurt you. Whatever the experience may have been, allow God in this season to go deep and to be able to heal those places, because someone is waiting on you. Someone is waiting on you. And if we don't fulfill the thing that God has put in us, He's already equipped us to do, then that person's life is put on hold. And so in this season, we don't want to continue in the same path that we have been going in. I feel the shifting, I feel the change. And so I'm doing the things necessary to be able to help me to be more developed and be more empowered, so then I can also do that to someone else or for someone else. Sometimes we, as administrators, as leaders, in any type of level in ministerial, we give out so much to other people, and a lot of times we forget about ourselves. So I want to encourage you in this season, don't count it robbery or think it's selfish that you are thinking about yourself, because you need to. We only have so much to give, and if we are not replenished and we don't replenish with back into ourselves, then we have nothing else to give. And we shouldn't wait until the point to where we become depleted before we recognize that we ourselves need that. So I hope that in this season that you will allow God to go into those deep places and allow Him to completely heal you in this season, so that you can move forward in the things that He's called and designed and destined you to do. So we're in this together. Let's go.